Okay, so we're looking at imperialism. We're looking at the role of the United States in taking over other countries. And so, we've seen this in a few different ways. We had like Alaska. Why does America want to resource, timber, oil, eventually, and then um, why does America want Hawaii? Lots of plantations that make like now the situation with Hawaii is weird, right? If we have owners of the plantations who are going to basically be overtaken. Because remember, they have a monarch queen, Queen Liliuokalani, and eventually they'll. And so when we're looking at a lot of these reasons for expanding, we see a lot of economic reason, right? Taking the resources of those countries or being able to sell off. Also, we see political reasons, like being democracy. We see social reasons, believing that people can be civilized, Christianized. Oftentimes, that over in the indigenous culture, justified sentences, and now just export a little bit to the there's going to be some long-term causes of this. There can be like feel bad for Cuba. There's the Welcome letter where the Spanish person, minister, uh, talked about President Constitution. Uh, that wasn't recorded, but there's a lot of like super patriotism. Uh, and what's the part of the USS something? The USS Maine explode, and who does the media say? Planes, most likely. Oh, it's in Spain, most likely it would be a spoiler. But despite that, go to war. Now, the war does not last very long. I think the only thing we need to really know about the actual like, fighting itself is what happens with the Roosevelt and the riders. Like, that makes it war here and for a long time. Now, while we are fighting, or fighting, but there's also fighting going on the way. Where is it? America basically, people, hey, they just think that the And the Filipino people were like, "Oh, sweet," because then after the war we'll get our independence. And what does America say? Oh, we'll work that. We'll figure that out later. Now, or the ingredient and out just a um, the tariff where America get territory by Puerto Rico and the Philippines. Those are the big ones you need to know. We got Puerto Rico and the Philippines. We give in exchange for it. Um, and we say Cuba will be a where they're not exactly a territory, but we can put military base there, they watch over them and do something else. Then they're not as independent. Now the Philippines is where things are going to struggle a lot of because they're like, oh, we're gonna have a then the war ends and America basically takes that for basically Filipino insurrection by Emilio Ronaldo, right? And so there's an insurgency in America leading to lots of death, very costly. More people will die, the transfers will cost more money. But also, the end is end, it will be now long of the Philippines is what's going to lead to the uh, the between the versus the end. So the expansionists basically arguing like, oh, we get all these resources. Oh, we're going to save people. We're going to civilize people. The anti-expansionists are like, maybe we should just like treat them like people and like let them do their own thing and um, and all this money and lives trying to keep this. Okay, during Roosevelt presidency, becomes president, they're going to take over for the and right uh, role over tribute and called the big policy, where we're willing to use our military to help us. Your 20% right. That's kind of support that they will, which said basically Europe Like, yes, Philippines became a territory. It'll be a territory. Okay, so World War I. We don't necessarily need to know like why Europe was, but we should know that there are some debates, but mostly American wanted to be neutral. Small group led by the why not? So why discuss the war? There's two primary reasons. What's one of the reasons? And no one. So when the note for this was a proposed alliance between Mexico and Germany. What was when I heard it? Unrestricted submarine warfare, right? They kept blowing up our ship. And and just remember for a while with Americans wanting neutrality, Wilson really dragged the season. In fact, when he was running for president, he had a slogan. What was the slogan? For the war. But it's only a couple of months later that people covered. Okay, Woodrow Wilson campaign rally in next. Um, we know the home front well. So we look at things like crap, which is going to call up men. It's war industry board is going to control factories to make sure that they're getting resources they need, telling them what to make. Now, the problem is we have all these men who go out to fight, and production in the Americas needs increase. So where are business going to turn to new labor sources? Women, you see women working in not only helping with military work, factories, um, they're still promoting the men who are like, we want to make sure we are so seeing inflation, controlling supplies. So how do we be able to buy as much food anymore. A couple things. You can grow your own food. It's a victory garden. Not rationing. Rationing is World War II, and it's everyone has to manage. It just looks a little different for World War. Due to war bonds, yeah, that's rationing. And salvaging World War II. That has voluntary ways to food by having like meatless month or a meatless Saturday or a meatless Wednesday. Um, and if Americans choose to do this, this will save food, will lower inflation, it's nice to the people who eat in Europe. This is a rule of law that's not mandatory in different World War II, where there are the stamps and the rationing and the requirements. Uh, that's mandatory. It's not. We see propaganda. We see the government trying to restrict freedom of speech. This is all their home project. We have then for the United States, this guy tried to talk against the war. He's arrested. Talking against draft, and he was arrested for it. And went all the way to the court. Who did the court thank for U.S.? U.S. He said that this is legal draft times of war or the speech and make clear and here in a week. Um, the war. Treaty of Paris, Treaty of Versailles. That's and Wilson comes up with uh, right, which is a plan for a war will avoid war in the future. There's all these things like imperialism. And what is the rest of Europe? Oh, no, thank you. And the only thing they agree to do is the League of Nations. So, rather, the United States prefer a treaty to be go back and come back home. This entity, some was never they're concerned about foreign base terms angles. If we're closely aligned with these countries, we'll be holding the war whenever. Whereas Article 10 of the League of Nations says, uh, well, if another country uh, um, uh, or like, this would play our war like Does the Senate agree to the treaty? I I would say something like, and then I would give like the example. If like you're like, um, the first of it, most Irish immigrants are pretty good. Irish immigrants is like 1840s, 1850s. Those are the old immigrants. This time there's new immigrants. So this is like other East Europe, Italy, Poland, Romania. Immigrants. New immigrants were coming from like 1900 during this whole time and like depression.